I've worked at the corner café for 6 years. I know the sound of the door chime in my sleep. I know who likes their toast burnt and who wants 3 sugars in their coffee. But I had never seen the man in the sharp gray suit or the little boy with the sad eyes before. They started coming in every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. The man, Mr. Sterling, was always on his phone. He wore a watch that probably cost more than my car. He looked important, busy, and stressed. The boy, whose name was Leo, sat across from him. Leo was about 6 years old. He had curly brown hair, and he never made a sound, not a peep. He didn't point at the menu. He didn't ask for crayons. He just stared at the table. For the first 2 weeks, Mr. Sterling ordered for him. "He'll have the pancakes. Plain, water to drink," he would say, never looking up from his emails. It broke my heart. Leo looked like he was trapped inside a glass box. One quiet Thursday, while Mr. Sterling was arguing about stocks on a call, I placed a plate of pancakes in front of Leo. I had used whipped cream to make a happy face on top. Leo looked at it. His eyes got a little wider. I leaned in close, whispering so his dad wouldn't hear. "If you like the smiley face, tap the table once." Leo hesitated. Then, he tapped the table with one small finger. "Good job," I whispered. "I'm Sarah. Can you say Sarah?" He shook his head. He looked scared. I didn't give up. Every time they came in, I spent a few extra minutes at their table. I brought him special cookies. I talked to him about the rain, about the birds outside, about anything. I treated him like he was the most interesting person in the room. One day, I brought him a strawberry milkshake. "This is red," I said softly. "Can you say red?" Mr. Sterling was busy yelling at someone about a merger. He didn't notice us. Leo looked at his dad, then at me. He opened his mouth. A tiny rusty sound came out. "Re-h-h-h." I smiled so big my cheeks hurt. "Yes." Red. Perfect. Over the next month, it became our secret. We practiced colors, then animals, then food. Fork. Plate. Yummy. Leo's voice was soft, but it was there. I found out later that Leo hadn't spoken since his mother passed away 2 years ago. The doctors told his father it was trauma, that he might never speak again. Mr. Sterling had hired the best therapists money could buy, but nothing worked. He thought throwing money at the problem would fix it. But Leo didn't need money. He needed someone to look him in the eye and wait for him. The breakthrough happened on a rainy Tuesday. The cafe was empty. Mr. Sterling was angry. He slammed his hand on the table because the Wi-Fi was slow. "This is ridiculous," he shouted. "I can't work like this." Leo flinched. He looked terrified. I walked over, ready to tell the man to calm down, but Leo beat me to it. He reached across the table and touched his father's expensive suit sleeve. "Daddy ... sad," Leo said. His voice was clear and loud. The cafe went dead silent. The only sound was the rain hitting the window. Mr. Sterling froze. He slowly lowered his phone. He looked at his son like he was seeing a ghost. "Leo?" He whispered. "Daddy sad," Leo repeated. "Don't be sad." Mr. Sterling's face crumpled. This powerful billionaire, a man who could buy the whole block, put his head in his hands and started to sob. He cried like a baby. He got up, moved to Leo's side of the booth, and hugged his son so tight I thought he'd never let go. "I heard you," he kept saying. "I heard you, Leo." I went to the back kitchen to give them privacy, wiping my own tears. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. When I came back out 10 minutes later, they were gone. The table was empty. There was no cash for the bill. My heart sank a little. I didn't care about the money, but I wanted to say goodbye to Leo. Then I saw the napkin. It was folded under the salt shaker. I picked it up. On the outside, in shaky crayon letters, it said, "Thank you, Sarah." Inside the napkin wasn't a $20 bill. It was a check. I looked at the number and had to grab the counter to stop from falling. It was for $50,000. Underneath the check was a note from Mr. Sterling written in elegant handwriting. I spent millions trying to find my son's voice. You found it with a milkshake and patience. You reminded me that being a father is a job I need to show up for. Use this to pay for that nursing school you told Leo you dreamed about. You are a healer. Thank you. I stood there in the middle of the diner, clutching that napkin, crying happy tears. I taught a little boy to speak, but he and his father taught me that kindness is the most valuable currency in the world. And that was worth more than any check.